doing?
I'm trying to describe the punch.
Describe it.
Yes, like words. Something like, even the punch bowl at David Roberts' engagement party seemed to be demanding attention as it stood. Glittering, flamboyant, in our faces.
It's a little extreme, don't you think?
I guess so. You're probably right. Any fashionist don't like you would be right.
Thanks. What are you writing? You're writing a book? I love books. What's the title of your book? It has to be a great title. You know what my biggest pet peeve is? When the titles of books have nothing to do with what they're talking about. Like the Harry Potter books, worst titles ever. The best titles are ones like 50 Shades of Grey, or Perks of Being a Wall thingy. I mean, you don't want to read a book from the point of view of a wall. It's genius.
Do you rehearse these?
Rehearse what?
These comedy routines?
Not trying to be fun.
Well, I'm sure rolling E.L. James and Chbosky will appreciate your creative attempt to get in my pants.
Too obvious?
A little.
I figured it was worth a try. I see a pretty girl standing over the punch. The path.
Syllogism.
Bless you. I'm Jeremy, Dave's roommate.
I'm Susan, Robert's ex.
I've heard about you. Brutal finding out your husband was gay, wasn't it?
You and Mr. Jeremy are blunt. But yes, it was pretty brutal.
So you're single?
Not for long. Not to use any cliches, but all colors are on the table. I've been married 3 times and divorced 3 times. Chances are it will happen again, and it will end in divorce. It's no use trying, but it was great to meet you. Oh, try hitting on the one over there, but I should warn you.
What makes you so sure it'll end in divorce?
It's my motif. Or maybe even my theme. Divorce, dramatic endings, tragedies, they rule my life. Kind of sad, isn't it?
Can it all end with like a tragic hero or something?
Cute thought, but technically wrong. A tragic hero is someone who usually dies to point out a certain flaw in society or human nature.
Oh.
If you date me, there are only a few things that can happen. According to Foster Harris, notorious plot organizer, we have a type B future, or an unhappy ending. Having established that, we move on to the 7 plot types. Man versus nature, man versus man, man versus environment, man versus technology, man versus self, man versus supernatural, and man versus God. Sometimes man versus God and man versus supernatural can be the same.
What does that have to do with anything?
Everything. Here, let's start with man versus nature.
Hello? Susan? Susan? Boy, it's windy. You think a storm is coming? Hello? Susan! Susan, I love you. And if I die here in this storm, know that I will always love you. Don't you think that's a little improbable? There aren't that many crazy storms in the Midwest.
True. But it could be man versus man. You could be competing for me with the richest man on earth.
Hello, sir.
Hi, I'm Jeremy.
Hello, Jeremy. I'm the richest man on earth.
Is that your...
That's my birth name, yeah.
Got a last name to go with that?
No, I am richest man on earth. That is my name. That way, when I marry Susan, she will be the one and only Susan. It's like Oprah or Beyonce. You know, people don't have to say a last name to know that it's Susan. Speaking of Oprah and Beyonce, did I mention my 4th lake house is right next to theirs?
A sword? Really?
All richest men on earth have swords.
What's next?
Man versus environment.
Aren't you richest man on...
Hey, no, shh, I'm a tree now.
Well, I'm sorry, Tree, but I'm gonna have to cut you down. My girlfriend, Susan, demanded that I make a house.
Okay, that one just sounded like the giving tree gone wrong. Jeremy. Oh, sorry. The tree stands stands up and lumbers off towards the forest, pun intended.
Ow, that one actually hurt.
Sorry.
What's next? What about the man versus technology one? I'd love to see you make that one work out.
Easy, take out your phone. Now start to dial my number.
I don't have it.
Before Jeremy remembers the state's number, the phone shocks him.
How does it?
It was charging, the electricity or something.
That doesn't...
Just fall down. He didn't die, but he did lose his memory, and the woman he once loved so dearly was no more than a mere stranger passing through the hospital for a daily visit.
Hello? What's next? Hello again.
Hello again.
You changed clothes. Hold on, you're wearing the same clothes as me.
You changed clothes. Hold on, you're wearing the same clothes as me.
Stop doing that.
Doing what? Oh, copying you? No, I'm not copying you. Merely mirroring you. After all, that's what the self does.
Man versus self.
Man versus self. Do we really need this Susan woman?
She's my wife.
But she's holding you back. When you remember your dream, when you were young, all you wanted to be was a swimming teacher.
You're right.
Run away. Go. Fulfill your dream!
That was totally ridiculous. I would never want to be a swimming teacher.
But you would leave me to fulfill your dream.
It's not what I meant.
Last one, man versus thoughts.
I am God. I will smite you!
Really? Susan, that's super uncreative.
Smite!
So you see, something tragic is going to happen. The best you can do is go over there and hit on the girl next to the TV.
Susan, wait.
What?
That was a lot of tragic endings.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's faded. And I didn't even get to Robert Tobias's 20 master plots, or even George Polte's 36 dramatic situations. There are thousands of plots, I just know they're all tragedies.
I only ever took one English class in college. It was a film class. I knew I would fail an actual writing class, so I took the easy way out and we learned something, you know? Something that proves all this fake plot nonsense completely useless.
Oh?
Every romantic comedy has the same plot line. Boy meets girl, boy loses girl, boy gets girl back. Take anything. Notting Hill, You've Got Mail, Friends with Benefits. I've met you, I've lost you to your fake plot nonsense. Now it's time to get you back.